let's test the chat. Test chat. Test the chat over here as well. The YouTube one. Let's go. Test chat. See how long that appears. It takes to appear, sorry. If it does appear at all. Okay, there we go. It takes like a few seconds to appear on YouTube, but it's working, which is just the most important part here. Let's mute that real quick as well, and make sure this is in 1440p so it doesn't take up too much bandwidth. And all right, let's start now. Let's check my audio. Oh, good. So moving on to the Windows system enumeration from the Windows initial access, which we did earlier. Now that we have access to the Windows target, let's begin gathering internal information. The key objective is to understand what type of system we're dealing with, its purpose, and how it is configured. Details that we wouldn't obtain without local access. We can focus on the following areas among others: user privileges and group memberships, system tasks and scheduled processes, network configuration, and listening ports. Detailed system information like OS version, hardware details, and installed updates. Okay, by analyzing the gathered data, we can build a comprehensive understanding of the system's security configurations. Thank you for the follow, Kilb. Appreciate that, man. We can follow either. We can work. Wait, hold up. Sorry about that. While analyzing the gathered data, we can build a comprehensive understanding of the system's security configurations and get an idea of how to escalate our privileges. Okay, we can work using either the GUI or the command prompt. Since the Windows target has SSH running and we have a Meterpreter shell running, let's stick to the command prompt. Well, I am already on the machine. We already RDP'd in, so yeah, this is what I used to RDP, by the way, which is the command that we got last time. If you guys need to do that. Hello, Kilb. How you doing, man? How are you doing? All right. First we're gonna try to get some user information. First of all, we need to determine who we are on the target system. We already established that we are the user John, but we need to ascertain what permissions the account has. So for my priv to get our privileges, I'm just gonna run that into the PowerShell in the RDP session. So it's okay. I cannot I can't see my thing here. Hold up. That's annoying. I can't see the Windows button because it's a little bit too zoomed in. Huh. How do I get access to the Windows button?Maybe if I press Windows here? No, that just launches my Windows. It doesn't launch this one. Oh yeah. Like I don't want to have to run the exploit again, like all over again just to do this bit. You know what? Let me close it. Close the connection, restart it. This time without the width and height. And this time it should be a smaller box, so we should have access to the Windows button. There we go. We can move it around. And can we make it smaller? I'll make it smaller. Shit. Where's the Windows button? Is there no Windows button in this thing? Okay, hold up. How do I open CMD, bro? I'm good just having a look around, thinking about starting my own Try Hack Me lab sort of stream. So just shopping around and seeing what's what. Okay, that's nice. That's nice, man. I'll drop you a follow. If you ever start streaming, try to pop by. Have you tried Hackthebox, or is it only Try Hack Me for now? Hold up. You haven't started? Okay, okay. When do you plan on starting? Plan on starting anytime soon here? Try zoom in out here, maybe that helps. Zoom in out a little bit. No. Oh, there we go. Zoom in outwards. Thank you. Perfect. Perfect. That was a bit of a, yeah, that took a bit too long there. But Windows PowerShell. You're just finishing up a qual. What is a qual? What is that? Alright, let's copy that. So I'll be done end of June and might start streaming after. Qualification? What are you doing qualifications for? Let's paste that in. Sorry, can't do Control Shift here. Alright, so let's see. Now we have that. Let's zoom in a bit more because I cannot actually see very well here. There we go. Yeah, even though we can't see the Windows button, that's fine. So let's see, who am I privilege name? We have 3 privileges here, and it enables us to, the first one enables us to bypass traverse checking, and it's enabled. Increase the progress working set, which is disabled. Okay, so we have 2 permissions. Cert 4 in cybersecurity. Where's that from? Is that a TryHackMe certification or? Okay, so it says 3 here, but we only have 2, and the first one is enabled and the second one is disabled, so it's definitely not the same privileges. On this Windows target, 3 key privileges are enabled. Set change notification, notify privilege. Yeah, lets the user bypass directory traversal checks to navigate folders without explicit permissions, though it is not immediately useful for us. Australian. Oh, it said Australian. Okay, that's nice. That's very nice. Will that help you get a job and things like that? SE impersonate privilege allows the user to impersonate others after authentication and importing capability for potential privilege escalation. We don't have that. We have increase working set privilege, which is present here. Permits the user to increase the memory available to a process, which is relatively minor privilege, and it's disabled anyway. So the only one we have is change notifier privilege here, which yeah, it's not immediately useful, but it could be at some point here. Now let's take a look at the groups we are a member of. So who are my groups? See the groups that we are a member of here. There we go, slap that in. And what the hell just happened? Oh, my terminal kind of just, yeah, my terminal kind of just broke there for a sec. So everyone, built-in event log readers, remote desktop users, which we know because we just RDP'd in. Yep, it's more hands-on training for pen testing and general cybersecurity. Okay, that sounds nice. It sounds a bit more in-depth, more how you call it? A bit more, you know, hard, a bit more advanced. That kind of the general stuff on TryHackMe. Maybe that's just my opinion though. We have anti-authority remote interactive logon, interactive authenticated users, disorganization, local account. Okay, we're gonna see what all of this means here. Looking at the groups I put above, we can see that user John belongs to several standard user groups like users, RDP users, event log readers. These groups grant basic access permissions, but also suggest that each user has remote desktop capabilities, which is exactly what we're using to get access to the machine, which we use to obtain an RDP session. The group memberships indicate this might be a regular user account with limited privileges, but we can perform additional checks with the command system info and WMICQFE. So let's go system info here. Let's paste, enter first. There we go, paste that in there. Okay, it's kind of slow right now. I don't know if I copy it or not. Copy, paste. Okay, there we go. I'm not too sure about the difference. I gotta log for a bit, man. We'll see you around. All right, man. Thanks for dropping by, and I will see you, man. Take care. So we see that we do not have the privilege required to run system info. And we can't run this one either. The system info command shows detailed information about the Windows system, including OS version, hardware details, install updates, and network settings, while WMIC-QFE specifically lists all installed Windows updates. QFE stands for Quick Fix Engineering. Both commands require administrative or specific privileges to run, which is why we received access denied errors. Our current user John is a regular user for now, without the elevated privilege permissions needed to view the system level information. So we need to elevate privileges before getting access to this. When administrators configure servers, they often want to optimize the server to their own needs and comfort. One way to do so is by scheduling tasks and operations and having them happen on a regular basis. We can view the scheduled task on the target with the following command. Let's check out our scheduled task here. So copy and enter there and paste it, enter. Okay, that was sorry about that. Let me just zoom out a bit more, otherwise I can't really see the full. There we go. That. A bit sick. Okay, I don't know what's copying I. Copy this here. Where is that? Slap that in. Now press enter. Okay, there we go. So, okay, we have a lot of stuff scheduled here. Alright. There are no scheduled tasks presently available at the access level. There are no scheduled tasks. Yeah, we see a lot of stuff here. Shit. Yeah, my throat is going right now. Being sick is not fun, man. Alright, hostname Windows 01. Yeah, we already know that. Microsoft Windows Server initial configuration task and A disabled. Task to run, serve, init config, disable config task. So yeah, just a bunch of stuff here. When examining this extensive list, we can identify a scheduled backup task running under the administrator account. The task to run line reveals the exact command executed by the administrator, providing valuable information that we must document for further analysis. Okay. Give me 1 sec here, man. Similar to how we use linps for the Linux target. Okay, my phone is gone, man. I don't know if I can stream here. Fuck. Yeah, I think I might stream. I can't. My throat is gone, man. Oh, fuck. There's a version called WinPeas available in the Peas NG repository. Yeah, no, my throat is gone, man. I can't. I'm gonna just end stream here. My throat is just hurting too much. I'll do this at a later time, I guess, man.